House might be splitting up. Just a year ago, the Sway House launched, becoming one of the most popular TikTok houses next to their rivals, the Hype House. Sway House members like Bryce Hall, Josh Richards, Blake Gray, Jaden Hossler, Griffin Johnson, Quentin Griggs, Anthony Reeves, Keo Sear, and then later Noah Beck, who is affiliated with them. They all blew up TikTok and they took over the internet. But now they've all become such big stars on their own, which might explain that the collective has dissolved. This is not the first collective that we've seen changes. This is also not the first time that we heard rumors the Sway House is breaking up. I mean, this has gone back months now. I feel like this has been teased a lot, but we officially, just a couple hours ago, got the confirmation that Sway House is indeed over and that the members are doing their own thing, but they are all still friends. Here's some more details on that. It appears that the Sway House is over for good, confirming the speculation that the collective was changing after followers noticed that the group doesn't really seem to work together as much as they used to. Recently, Quentin Griggs went live on TikTok where he confirmed the speculation by saying, quote, Sway isn't a thing anymore, and while they all are still, quote, brothers, there is no, quote, real Sway anymore. Then an interview with Griffin Johnson talking to a reporter from People surfaced on TikTok where Griffin had said the same thing. While they had their fun, there's, quote, no actual Sway House anymore, and they kind of split up. So this is what was happening very recently, and then even more recently, we have the official confirmation that the Sway House is done. It's over, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, and a lot of the message of Sway and what these members stand for will remain, and there is no bad blood. They are all still friends with each other. You'll still see them making content together, but in terms of being a collective and being under one house and making content together 24/7, that's just not what the Sway House is anymore. Talent X and Sway House co-founder Michael Gruen, who used to rep all the members but now only represents Josh, Bryce, and Griffin, confirmed to People that the collective was no more recently by saying, quote, if you view Sway as a content collective that lives together and is with each other every single day, then yes, it's over. But Sway was always about a bigger message, and that will never die, as Michael feels that the Sway House accomplished what they had initially set out to do, which was to, quote, shatter the preconceived notion of what it means to be a social media star, which I definitely think has happened. I mean, if you look back at influencers and the history of it and what it was 10 years ago and what it is today, I feel like, you look back at influencers 10 years ago, it was famous for being famous. And today it's like, no, they're famous because people love them. They love the content they're producing, but they're not just TikTokers. They are business founders. They are podcast hosts. They are content creators. They are constantly building and making things, and they're working on good causes, which I think really everyone who ever has been affiliated with the Sway House, they've proved that. They proved that each of them are multi-talented, and they also happen to be friends. Michael went on to explain to People magazine, quote, I am proud of what the Sway was. These guys are trailblazers. They prove that there is no limit to where being a social media star can take you. Sway is a lifestyle and a mission, and it's something that will never change, but growth is important, and they are each going on their own directions now. It is time to move on. Griffin then echoed Michael's statement by adding, quote, we created a message that is actually bigger than ourselves. It's become a mentality and a lifestyle more than just a place where we live. It's our actions. It's impossible to leave that behind. So you could definitely equate what is happening to the Sway to kind of like when a band breaks up. It's like, assuming there's no bad blood. In this situation we're hearing, there's no bad blood. They all get along. They're all still friends with each other, but kind of similar to a band breaking up in the sense that they had this project together, which kind of grew them into the spotlight, but now they are all individuals and they all are working on their own things. So I don't know what you guys are thinking about this. I'm so curious to hear what you're saying. Natalie says she is so sad about the Sway House breaking up. I am too, because I hate change, but I think in the long run this will be a great decision. Kate says they are all still friends and that makes me happy. Yes, Kate, that makes me very happy too. Natalie, please don't cry. It says you want to cry. Please don't do that. Tegan says that no will probably go to Hype. I don't know about that, because I think the other part of it is I feel like content houses have also changed in the past year, especially when it comes to TikTok creators. Because when you think about when the Sway House and the Hype House were coming into fruition, the reason was because these influencers, they wanted to come together to create a space to kind of help grow and hype each other up. But now I feel like Hype House members as well as Sway House members have kind of grown almost too big for collectives. So I don't necessarily know that we will see these former Sway members and affiliates going to other content houses. I feel like the house that we know as a Sway house, unless we hear something different. I feel like they'll still live there. I feel like it'll still be a center where they hang out, but they all will be working on their different projects, as Michael Gruen had said. Hello, Starla Luna. Big caps, hello, love the big caps. Emily said, I think Noah might move in with Dixie. Ooh, that is possible, Emily. I mean, we've been seeing that Noah and Dixie, they are together like 24/7. Dixie has this beautiful apartment. We saw in Dixie's video with Vogue that, you know, Noah comes over a lot at night and they attempt to make cupcakes, but they really failed at making that. I think it was because Dixie put a little too much sprinkles in her already funfetti mixture, but that's a whole other story. And I also saw Dixie went live recently and Noah was there with her, and they seem really happy, but you know, we also have to keep in mind they've only have been dating for 4 months, which, by the way, if you guys have seen the two of them celebrate their latest anniversary, let me know. I'm sure, I mean, Valentine's Day, as we report this, is just around the corner, and I'm sure that Doa shippers as well as Bradison shippers are gonna get a ton of content from these couples. I really feel that way. Hannah says maybe Josh and Jaden moved back in their apartment. I believe that they were living somewhere else. So yeah, I'm not really sure who's living where exactly. I just know the house that we see Bryce does a lot of his videos at, which we thought was a Sway house. I guess, I mean, I think they'll still probably call it that because that's what they know it as. And it just depends on who's living there. Yeah, it would be good if they moved in together, Alice said, in terms of it would be good if Noah and Dixie moved in together. I mean, that definitely is the next step in a relationship. My question is like, you know, are you ready to move in with someone when you're so young? I for one, did not move in with my first boyfriend until I was 30, but that is my own journey. So, I mean, it is possible that they will be living together. I think living with someone when you're dating them is a great test to see if you guys have a future, because if you want to be together forever, you definitely have to know how to live with each other first. Maybe Griffin and Blake will get their own apartment. Oh, that's very possible. I could see that. Abigail wants to know about Charlie. Charlie D'Amelio, I don't really have any Charlie D'Amelio updates for you at this point. I'm always looking at what Charlie is up to, and I will keep you updated if I see anything else with her. We had a lot of Charlie D'Amelio updates last week. This week she's been a little quiet. I saw her post an adorable selfie rocking a cute ponytail. And I know that the D'Amelios are all working on their reality show coming soon with Hulu, which I personally can't wait to see. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. Hi, Mauve. We love you too. Thank you so much for watching our channel and subscribing to Hollywire. As soon as Jaden and Josh left, it was over for Sway. Yeah, you know, a lot of people are blaming Josh Richards and also Jaden, I guess, on the split of Sway House, but I really think it was a long time coming, and I do kind of stand by what Michael Gruen is saying about the Sway House. I think it was only a matter of time that they were going to go their separate ways. Griffin Johnson, when he talked to the People reporter about this, which it turns out, even though that interview clip just surfaced a couple of days ago, apparently that interview was done in December, Griffin really talked about, you know, how when they all moved to LA around the same time, they were living in this house, they got really caught up with the fame and the partying, which is definitely, I think, what the Sway brand was last year. It was known as like the party house, almost like a frat house. And I feel like they've kind of all grown up. They all kind of have their own things going, and they kind of are not focusing on that anymore, which makes sense. We love seeing growth. We love seeing maturity. It's amazing. Starla says it seems like Jaden and Quentin would live together since they are both making music. That is very possible. Also, we know that Quentin idolizes Jaden, and that is actually, I think, a big reason of why he started TikTok, and they have a great like mentor-mentee-ship relationship. So yeah, I could definitely see them living together, making music together, or at the very least collaborating with each other. It was just Jaden's birthday yesterday. I cannot wait for new music to be released from Jaden. What do I think about Jaden and Nessa making a song together? I would love that. I think they have. I think they're working on it, right? Because they kind of teased it, but I don't think it's been out yet. That to me makes so much sense. I feel like Jaden and Nessa have very similar vibes. I feel like they have very similar musical inspirations behind the music they make. I would absolutely love to hear that clap, and I'm sure it's going to be fire. Yes, Maeve, it's very true. They are still friends. They're just doing their own things, which I think is important. I think if you stay with the same friends, doing the same thing, living together, hanging out together 24/7, that has to get old after a while. Boundaries are important. Growing up is important, and focusing on yourself as well as your friends is also very, very important. Sway spreads such a cool, crazy, energetic vibe, and I miss Sway. Well, yeah, says ecstatic baddie, but you know, don't worry about that, because I think that's the one thing everyone seems to be saying from the Sway house after this split, is that that energy and that vibe isn't going anywhere. They will still bring that. You'll still see them hanging out together. It's just not a collective house anymore of them making content 24/7. That was so last year. All right, guys, well, let's hear. It is now trivia time. If this is your first time joining us, I'm going to ask you some trivia questions. You will see the questions right next to me. I will read everything for it, and then in the comments, you let me know what you think the right answer is, and whoever gets all of the answers correct, let me know, and you will get a special shout out. Today's trivia is all about Content House trivia. We're talking Sway, we're talking Hype, all of those houses. All right, so our first question is, who is not a member of the Sway House, or was not a member of the Sway House, if we're talking about the past tense now? Was it Bryce Hall, Anthony Reeves, Thomas Petro, or Blake Gray? Who was not a Sway House member? I'm getting a lot of Thomas Petro. Yes, I believe that's correct, because if we remember, Bryce Hall had major beef with Thomas Petro, and for a while it was Sway House versus Hype House, and then they hyped each other out with the Swipe House, which ended up not being a thing. And now finally, Bryce and Thomas are cool. Bryce now appears to have beef with Dave Portnoy. Hopefully that gets settled too. Who was the youngest member of the Sway House? Was it Griffin Johnson, Quentin Griggs, Anthony Reeves, or Keo Sear? Who is the youngest member of the Sway House? Who is the youngest? Yes, Natalie, Sway is over. It's official, Sway is over. But I need to know, of the now over Sway House, who is the youngest member of the Sway House? I'm getting a lot of Quintins, Okay, Quentin. I think it's Quentin too. I believe Quentin is 16 years old. I know that Griffin just turned 22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Yes, so I think that is correct. Let's see, is Quentin Griggs? Yes, that is correct. Correct. Okay. When was the Sway House created? I actually gave away this answer on our live yesterday. Was it created in December of 2019? Was it created on October 2019? Was it created February 2020 or January 2020? When was the Sway House created? Who knows? Sonia, I'm so sorry that you have to go. Hello, Sonia. We'll be back tomorrow, and this will be saved, so don't worry, you're not missing anything. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, I'm getting December 2019 and also December and January. Is it December or January? Ooh, guys, it's neck and neck, December and January. December and January. I know the right answer. You guys are saying December. All right, I'm going to do December. I don't know if that's the right answer. It's not. Yeah, Sway House was officially created on my dad's birthday, January 4th, 2020. Happy birthday, Dad. It was in the past. He's good now. Okay, who is not a member of the Hype House? Is it Thomas Petro, Alex Warren, Bella, I can't pronounce Bella's last name, Bella Poarch? You know, Poarch. Okay, sir. So Thomas Petro, Alex Warren, Bella Poarch, or Kover Anand. Who is not a member of the Sway House? You guys are all saying Bella. The name I can't pronounce. Bella. Okay, let's see. Is Bella not the Hype House member? That is correct. I believe, wasn't Bella the one who crashed the Hype House? Or Jenny? No, that was Jenny. Jenny and her mom, who broke into the Hype House. Who is the youngest member of the Hype House? Was it Charli D'Amelio, Addison Rae, Alex Warren, or Kover Anand? Who was the youngest member of the Hype House? Whoever was asking for some Charli trivia, here's some Charli trivia. You guys are saying Charli across the board. Yes, Charli was 15 when she joined the Hype House. She's currently 16 years old, and she was the youngest member of the Hype House Collective. Ooh, this is hard. How many members has the Hype House had? Did they have 19 members, 14 members, 21, or 34? How many members did the Hype House have? I'm getting a 21 from Sage. 21, 19 or 21. You guys got to pick. Okay, I'm seeing mostly 21, so I'm going to go with that. Let's see if that is correct. It is. Good job, guys. The Hype House had 21 members. If the amount of members of the Hype House were a person, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, who is not a member of Not a Content House? Was it Daisy Keech, Maddie Monroe, Lauren Kettering, or Ava Taroshi? Who is not a member, or was not a member, because membership has changed, of Not a Content House? Who was not a member? Guys are all saying Daisy. I think it's Daisy too, because Daisy started her own house, Clubhouse, not the app Clubhouse, but the Content House Clubhouse. So I don't think she went on to Not a Content House after that. And that is correct. Daisy was not a member of Not a Content House. When was Not a Content House formed? Was it formed on June of 2020, August 2020, December 2020, or March of 2020? When was Not a Content House, or Notch, formed? When was Not a Content House formed? Hi, Savannah. Hello. Savannah, hi. You are her best friend. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so happy Savannah loves our channel. Savannah, we love you. Okay, I'm getting a June for when was Not a Content House formed. June, August, or December? August, June. June, August, December. I feel like December 2020 is, wait, December 2020, yeah, that would be just recently. That would be like a month ago. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go with August. I feel like I'm seeing the most August. I really don't know, I should know. Yes, August. Not a Content House. I got a 7 out of 8. Who here got an 8 out of 8? No lying. Who got an 8 out of 8 on that very challenging content quiz? Who got it right? I will give you a shout out. Anyone who got it right? I bet you there's a little bit of a delay. Natalie got an 8 out of 8. I feel like Natalie always gets 8 out of 8. Guadalupe got an 8 out of 8. Livy, oh my God, it's all coming in now. Livy got an 8 out of 8. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Natalie, congratulations. Tegan got a 7. Tegan, me too. Congratulations, Kate Anderson. Congratulations, Emily Fudger. Congratulations, Nicholas Guldry. Sonia the gymnast got an 8 out of 8. Whoa, go you. Mauve got an 8 out of 8. Natalie got an 8 out of 8. Emily got an 8 out of 8. Emma got an 8 out of 8. Congratulations. So did Janice. You go, Janice. Starla got an 8 out of 8. Wow, you guys are such, like, I can't get over how well you guys know these TikTok stars. Hannah, 8 out of 8. Fox 48 got an 8 out of 8. Julie, it's okay that you didn't win. It's okay. Next time. We do this all the time. Fox got an 8 out of 8. Hannah got an 8 out of 8. Emma Olivia got an 8 out of 8. Wow. Shout out to Sonia the gymnast. Congratulations to you, Sonia. There's your shout out. Yeah, we have two Natalies. Both Natalies got an 8 out of 8 and must run in the name Natalie. Natalie's know what's up. Alice got an 8 out of 8. Congratulations. You guys did so well with this. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news that the Sway House is officially over, but it does seem that there is a silver lining here. I personally can't wait to see what these guys have going on next and what they'll do next. I want to hear from you though. What do you think about the Sway House being over? Did you see it coming? Let us know your thoughts. I'm Gabby Conti, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.